Hello world, you are watching Archie Television and I am your host, Lawrence Archie. Welcome both returning and new viewers. You are watching the first installment of a 4-part tutorial series where I will be modeling a model in its entirety. I will be texturing the model, I will be rigging the model, etc. When last I left you, we started and completed the head, but on our very last video I started the torso. So without further ado, let's tab back in the edit mode, move back in here. The very last thing we were working on, we were trying to bring form to our arm. Make sure clipping is still turned off. That's why sideward facing view. Control it. Matter of fact, let's just count, see how many vertices is here. 18. E to bring in a circle. 14. Hit T to close that window. Let's go to our forward facing view. Rotate 90 degrees. If you rotate 90 degrees in your forward facing view, it automatically rotates on the Z axis. I believe that's the Z axis, but it automatically rotates on the Z axis. So when you come back in your sideward facing view, you're all set up and ready to go. So let's scale inward, get a closer view of that. Grab it, try and get it in a position, scale inward once more. And from here we can start to grab our vertices and we can start to snap our vertices into their proper location so we can start to form this circular notion, this circular form to our arm. And half the time it will take to form the circularness to our arm. Pull these vertices into the proper location like so, by simply snapping our vertices that's attached to the body in the place of this vertice that's attached to this circle. Quite easy if you ask me. And there you have it. It's a lot ugly actually, but we can come in here and we can scale those vertices. It's no big deal of how it looks right now. So let's come in here, let's select this circle of vertices. Hit X, delete those vertices. Control tabs, come in here, let's select these faces. Scale, I believe, no scale on the X axis. Yeah, to flatten those vertices out. And of course, we're going to snap these vertices behind the these vertices right here. We're going to do the same thing to these vertices to round off this shape. But right now, let's bringing forth the shape that we're looking for. And I want to go in here and I just want to continue working on our torso and the shape of the torso. So let's come in here and let's start to shape the pectoralis major, the chest. You don't need to be all technical with the terminology. Let's just call it the chest. Let's select these vertices. Need to turn on clipping, because if you don't have on clipping, this is what happened right here. So let's just grab this vertex here, let's snap it back. It's not necessarily snapping, it's attaching it back to its center point in the middle of the mesh. So let's come in here, let's smooth these vertices once more. Come back here and let's select these vertices, W, and smooth these vertices about 100 times. So come in here and grab some vertices on the back to push forward that definition and the center point of the back. And without any effort at all, sort of looks like we're getting the form of the scapula and the trapezius, the trapezoid. So let's pull these vertices inward, closer to the center point of the mesh. Let's pull these vertices, and let's take a look at the side view. Let's grab these vertices, and these vertices. Ungrab, unselect those, deselect those vertices. Possibly Control Z to undo our last action. Let's probably turn on proportional editing. Let's hit G on the y-axis. So we want to manipulate in the y-axis, and we can scroll up and down on our z-axis and pull forward or back. But at this point, we're going to pull forward. Try and get that curvature of the torso. Now let's just look at that. So at this point, I want to come in here and I want to hit Control Tab so I can pull up my face select mode. Control Tab, vertex, edge, and faces. We want to select our face mode. Select these faces. Alt S to scale and turn off proportional editing by hitting O. Alt S. Let's try and scale this neck. I want our kit to have a skinny neck, skinny neck. So let's Control Tab, go into our vertex mode, select this edge of vertices, and let's control. Do we want to control E? No, let's just pull these vertices down. Really simple. Let's just pull those vertices down. See how that looks. So we want to get rid of this box shape look. So let's W, let's smooth that. And like I said in my previous video, there is no yin to 3D modeling. You just get in there and you start pulling and tugging on vertices. Of course, there's a law to 3D modeling. There's a certain procedure that you need to follow in any form of art. Yes, but to achieve this, just like in any form of art, there is no yin and no yang. There's a structure that you want to achieve. There's a form that you want to form. There's a law that you must follow, but it's not ABCs, folks. It's not a approximated start and finish. You can get to your destination of modeling however you feel comfortable. I'm just trying to give you a few tools, a couple of recipes for you to add to your recipe book. That's all. So let's scale these vertices on the y-axis. Scale, hit S, scale Y, 0, and it'll flatten those vertices out for you. It'll stand them straight up and down, or what have you. Well, not exactly getting the form that I'm looking for, so let's come back in here and let's continue. Let's add an edge loop. And let's go to the first frontward facing view, and let's just, maybe if we can, it's somewhat better. Adding those vertices really did the trick, but you kind of want to flatten out those vertices so it's not as box shaped. Control numpad 1 on our backward view. Look at the back of the mesh. 3, look at the side of the mesh on the numpad. And let's just get in here. Let's just play with some vertices, guys. That's all. That is all I want to do. I just want to come in here and I want to play with some vertices. Control E, edge slide some stuff around, smooth some things around. Control E, let's move these. So now let's start to form the deltoids and continue forming the pectoralis major. I don't know, I don't want to pull this vertex up. What I was thinking, I was going to pull this vertex up, Control E, pull this vertex up to begin to form the bottom of the pectoralis major, but if I did that, it would take away the dip in the back, so I have to come up with another method. So Control E, add another edge loop to our forward facing view. And let's select these vertices and let's pull these vertices forward. Let's Control Z to undo that. Let's pull these vertices forward as well. No, Control Z, let's come in here, let's pull all of these vertices forward. I believe that'll do. Let's take these vertices and let's pull these vertices down, undo that vertex because we don't want to pull that vertex down. We want to keep that vertex exactly where it's at. Grab these vertices. Let's try and get a little bit more definition into that chest. We don't want our kid looking like he could bench 300 pounds. He's a little kid, like I said, between ages of 4 and 7. He's a child. And once more, guys, we are low on time. In our next video, we will continue to form the shape of the torso. If you've learned anything, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I like it when you like. You can follow me on Twitter. You can like me on Facebook. As always, if you're going to dream big. Good night, world.